What you are going to see now are some tables of Bible code for my book, End of Days in Bible Code, a book that will enlighten, inspire you for the coming days of Messiah. As you will see in this book, a lot of codes which clearly indicate that the phenomenon of the codes, the Bible codes, are part of Messianic era. And it's written in many Kabbalistic books, as the Vilna Gaon, its pupil really bring a lot about it, clear indications that those development from codes, which you see more and more every day, goes together with the physical, materialistic inventions. It is interesting, it is a famous known idea, the Kabbalah, the Zohar says that the physical invention discoveries go together with the spiritual discoveries, which are codes and definitely matters, all these things which have to do with spiritual matters. So this book has a lot of tables. You can get it definitely in Amazon.com. You can get it and read it by Kindles. And you can get it by my site, Glazerson.com. Glazersonbooks.com, the same. So let us see very interesting tables, significant ones, and really teaching us about what are the codes. So let us see now very interesting tables, which was done by scientists with whom I'm working. This is a program I told you. This is a program made by Dr. Rosenberg, that he himself became Orthodox Jews when he saw the phenomenon of the codes. He checked it and saw clearly it is a clear proof that it's Torah from heaven. So he built up this program that you see it, and he saw it really, all this phenomenon of the codes from Professor Rips. Both of them are scientists from Russia. And he built up this amazing program. You see all the Torah letter after letter, as is written in Kabbalistic book and all the Medrash. It is known that this is a phenomenon, of course. If you follow my course, my YouTube, you could see this phenomena is really already from 800 years ago. When Rabbeinu Bachya brings very interesting code about the birth of the moon. You can see all of it in the site of Professor Aralik, TorahCode.us. In this site, TorahCode.us, you can see a lot of tables that we did together, also clearly scientifically explanation for the codes, important. And also it brings out the phenomena of the code, Bible code, which started, in fact, more than 800 years ago, but 800 years ago, Rabbeinu Bachya, Rebbe, wrote a book of Genesis, the Torah, in fact, and Rabbi Wasman saw it, and he found out that this Rebbe said in the book about Genesis, in the first chapter, when the Torah speaks about the signs of heaven, so he says that there is an indication to the birth of the moon, exactly the hour and the second in Torah code. 42 letters from the letter Bet to the A, Monday, Thursday, 793 portions of the hour. So everything about it is known, one can see. So really what you see here is this table, very, very important. The table, in fact, I did it also with Professor Rips together. An amazing finding which says the following: Torat Mashiach, the doctrine of Messiah. I use this term Torat Mashiach because it's exactly what is used by the pupils of the Vilna Gaon. Vilna Gaon uses Torat Mashiach because the revelation, discoveries of Bible codes and other things, Gematria, are called Torat Mashiach. As the Bible says, that like a new Torah will come out, which is really a Torah of discoveries. So you have here very long sentence, unbelievable, like a question. Torah Mashiach Mai, what is the Torah of Messiah? And the explanation comes here. Now the first thing, definitely, it is the Kabbalah. The Kabbalah and the Zohar with the code together. Here you have the word Zohar. This is Zohar and code. Kabbalah. This is the basis of the doctrine of Messiah. But in the later stage, definitely more and more codes are discovered. And also important to point out that the explanation of the Kabbalah of the Zohar is by the Ari, Rabbi Luria. Yeah, Rabbi also appears here. You have Luria, Rabbi Luria appears here because also has to do with the doctrine of Messiah. But as we say, the skip letter and the codes also are part of it. Amazingly, you have here something very, very interesting, basically, is the name of people who are involved. Because there are more in other tables, but here are three of them. Rips, Professor Rips, very famous, and Doron Vistum, definitely. And myself, no, we did books together. I did books with Professor Rips together. And then you have here the date when the research of the code started. It was in Hebrew 5736 after creation. It was 1976 when Professor Rips and Doron Vistum heard about this phenomenon for Rabbi Weizmann there. And then they started making research on it. Amazing. And many, many new things came out. So, looking to this table, having such long sentence, Doctrine aside, but with the best meeting of the year, 1976, and small skip of Rips, and best meeting of quotes and so on, because quotes are to do with Kabbalah. And all this has to do kes et and time. There's kes et, which means in Hebrew, end of time, end of days. Then you have also a very interesting sentence here, which says the following: Sofen ta'aseh or ta'aseh. So it can be a command you should do, because the Rabbi said that you have to do it, because it's clear proof the Torah from heaven, and many people really became Orthodox, just like Professor Michelson from Russia and Dr. Rosenberg. So it's written like shouldn't, but also as is no punctuation here, so it can be ta'aseh, like telling us often ta'aseh, it will be done. Yeah. And this is what really happened, like the Torah prophesied. What more makes the table significant that it appears in one book. You see, bet, the same shape of the term bet. And this is the second book, few chapters in the book of Exodus. Exodus is the second book after Genesis. Unbelievable. So let us see. This is from the book, and this is how the book explains this. In this table appears a long ELS. ELS is equal letter sequence. Letter skip of the sentence Torah Mashiach Mai, the doctrine of Messiah. What is it? This appears once in the Torah. Very important to know. Also make it very significant. We can do it many times. Once in the Torah, you have a whole sentence. Torah Mashiach Mai, the doctrine of Messiah. What it is. What is also not shown in the table are best meeting of this letter skipping ELS, equal letter sense of the word Zohar and code. Zohar and code, which is very connected, Zohar, Kabbalah, and code. And the year 5736, which is in the Hebrew 576 after creation, and 1976, the date when the research of skipping letters in the Torah was distributed to the world. Also next to the date of 5736 appears a long sentence, Sofen says, what you will do, with the name of some of the key people who are working on the code, Doron, Rips, Notitio. So these names, Doron Vistum, Professor Rips, and my who are all working extensively with the Torah code. So this is definitely Everything in the book explains the tables, what you see exactly. So this is what you saw. There is another very interesting table in the book, which also goes together with this table, in fact, completes each other. When you have the codes twice, codim, and under coding twice, you have the name of Doron, you see Doron, and Reeves. Unbelievable, yeah. Doron, you see Doron, and Reeves. Yeah, both of them started with the codes. You have codes twice here. And as I said, all phenomena of the codes came through them, because then we know the story, Michael Drozin heard about it, and so on. And he went more and more and more. All over the world, it is known. You have books about the codes in many, many languages, right? Unbelievable. And it is more and more. It was done by a lot of television, BBC, History Channel, and definitely Research Show, which we did also. Pinlight, yeah. The last one documentary we did. So what you have here, codes, Doron Wissung, and myself, parallel. One should know that parallel is also significant, lot of letters and parallel. Then you have the year when the research started, 5736 years after creation, in 1976. So this is what also in the book is written. In this table, the names of the two scientists who began working the Torah codes, Reeves and Doron Witson. So unbelievable tables, all of them in the book End of Days in Bible Code, a book which is a splendor of Jewish wisdom, Kabbalah, and science. And this is with a purpose to show that Kabbalah and science go together, spiritual and physical, as I said, Kabbalistically, spiritually, invention, revelations, which come very, very strong this year. One could see clearly so many new books about it. And scientifically, we see everything the new iPhone and more new discoveries. So it goes together. The Zohar says, there is a Zohar which says that the year that the flood started, Noah, 600 years, indicate to the year when scientists and spiritual discoveries invention will appear. It is really 1814. There's Zohar, one can see it. We brought it in our place, a very famous one. And the idea is very important one, and this is exactly what the codes are. You have scientifically all this program, it is scientific work and spiritually. So very interesting and significant thing. And as I said, you can get my book in Kindle or Amazon.com, Glazerson.com. And you can read it if you don't have enough money to buy it. You can read it in Kindles. So interesting and very significant table, which I think is very important. Really, should show to other people. People don't know what's Bible because it is a game you can play in any book, which is definitely far away. It's not a game. It is very much more than this. This already, I said more than 800 years ago was used to discover the very, very deep ideas, that the birth of the moon only few years ago the NASA managed to know because of the satellites, but just knew it more than 2,000 years ago. And it is indicated in a Bible code. If you have Genesis, you take in Hebrew letters, you start the letter Bet of Bereshit. Then you count 42 letters, you come to Hey. Then you go further, you come to Reish, 42 letters, and again, why 42? Because 42 is the name of God connected with creation of the world. Anybody who knows Kabbalah? Ana Bekoach, very famous. Yeah? And then what are the indications there? Bet is two, Monday, A is 5, the fifth hour of the day, and Reish Daled is 204. it means that the birth of the moon was started on Thursday, on Monday, and the fifth hour of the day, and 24. Now, then, this we know when it started. Now, rabbis tell us, and also NASA found a little bit later, that the time of the moon going around is 29 days, half a day, and 793 portions. At that time, the hour was not 60 minutes, 60 seconds or 60 minutes, but it was 1080 because it's the best number to divide things. So then this what is written, and Jews knew it for more. Everything in synagogue, before the new month, they said the birth of the moon will be on this, many years. They said it amazingly when they tried to compare what NASA knew about it and what the Jews knew afterwards. There is a matter of split seconds. One can see it in the internet if you want to know exactly the calculation. If you put in the internet the birth of the moon, and in our site, Professor Aralik's site, Torah code .us, then you see exactly the calculation. And just as I said, in Bible code, the Bible code 800 years ago, in the book of Genesis, explanation of Rabbeinu Bachye, and this is really how Rabbi Weissmandel found it in this book. And then he tried it, and he found amazing things. And with the scientists together, the whole world came out. So very interesting and significant tables that you have here. Very significant as you, and common sense. Don't be a mathematician. What can be the findings exactly? And all the words are definitely significant, not like word here, word there, word there, word there. So interesting and significant table. And as I said, it's worthwhile seeing this book because you will realize that really we are very near the Messiah with a new revelation starting from day to day in Bible codes.